Brilliant. Recording,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah. Okay, that is sound is a pound. So let me just walk to a place where we're going to do that. I was sitting in a restaurant. I'm going to pay my bill and go to a beautiful place. In 3 minutes, I'm there. And then we're going to start smashing it because you are in a beautiful place. That is amazing. And yes, we're going to go through. So did you like the content? What we would like to go through?
The book?
No, the content part you and me gonna do what to talk about where we come from, how did we get here, and
actually,
and daily
all right,
habits.
sure.
What would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, I can even plug it into this other thing that's just started. My friend is
No, just what would you like to talk about? So I'm gonna go sit down somewhere in 2-3 minutes. I just want to get my brain ready for it. What is exactly you want to have this podcast about?
No, that I think I'll just do your guideline. We can talk about where we came from, and
then you're gonna start talking,
okay,
and I'm going to get your answers, and then we're just going to have a beautiful call,
cool.
and then we're going to cut it in pieces with my editors,
Okay.
and déjame apagarte, por favor. And then that's it, really. And then we're gonna do this once a week and enjoy it and get some content.
Bang, bang, bang.
And one more thing, I was been thinking about it, right? Because I'm ready with everything. Okay, Brandon, with my branding, with I have 3 different programs, but wow, bro, I just need to have a LLC in America and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to think, I was thinking about to get you involved in my business, and get you a commission. And you do, muchas gracias, señores, que tienen una buena tarde. And get you involved in my business, and just a couple of things what I need, you can help me to set it up because my brain, I don't know how to do them things, right?
Well, that's really interesting because timing's everything in the fight of life, and I'm about to do that. So I'll look and see what I'm gonna do, and then I'll let you know.
No, but what I mean is, I just need to set up things. You don't need any money. I'm putting everywhere my money is. What I need is just okay. That's how you can do your LLC, and you know, every single what I'm trying to tell you, every single thing I do, you would get a percentage of all my clients, all my business. But I need to set up these in America as an LCC, bro.
Yeah.
So I just look into it. You are American. For you, is just go. We can do that online, but I don't know how to do that. I was thinking about who would I trust with my life because this is gonna kick off big time. So my thing is, okay, we're gonna get a deal between us. What is the percentage? Are you happy to do that? I pay for everything, but you only have to get like, okay, so this is what you should do now. This is what we have to open there. This is the tax money. This is like somebody who runs the whole brand. I need like a manager who runs everything, you know?
Well, what we'll have to do, right? Because I'm going to do the same thing, set up an LLC and just have a real accountant for it. I got the chick. I got the people who set up the LLC. I already know.
Okay, so that's what I need. That's what I need, bro.
Yeah.
You are just doing it right now?
I'm doing like my 15th one right now.
Oh, fuck. Okay, but how can I do one?
Coaching.
ASAP on my coaching business.
It's like $300 to form the corporation, and you don't have to pay any tax money until you make money. And once you say
it's so like the first thing I have to start to pay $300. That's how it starts.
You gotta pay $300. You gotta
do I have a bank account?
You have to put $300 in a bank account. It might be $500. It's $300 or $500 to open the bank account, and then what was the other expense? Oh, you want to give like $150 or $200 to a tax person to register themselves as the treasurer, because that way, and then you'll pay them like $50 whenever, if they have to run to the bank and do something or whatever. You got to pay their time, right? But you have somebody that you can move in the States. I have a chick that does my stuff in the States. So, but like I said, it's important to pay for her time. She's not doing any favors or anything for anybody.
Okay, but can you set this up for me and I pay for all that? And I need to start to get started on that ASAP.
Yeah, that's fine. If you can send me the money, I'll set it all up for you. So
yeah, of course, I can send you anything, but the whole thing, I want to make it right. That's what I was thinking about, who I can trust about that, right? So with you, we've been years, the only one person who kept his word all the time in this group is you, for whatever reason, and you are who you are, and it is what it is. So I have to face that on the real place. So it is what it is. You can talk things, but it is what it is. You've
been a real guy. You've been hustling. You've been trying. You've been swinging the bat hard as fuck. That's why I'm down to help you for sure. And you've been straight.
I would like to. I really appreciate and I'm grateful what you just said, because I think the only way to get better every day is you get better every day, and I believe in that now. So every single day I'm hustling. It's Sunday. I'm all day hustling, since I woke up, studying, same as you do. That's why when I see something, I always told you, how can you be better? How can we? That is our way to pushing each other to be a better version, right?
Yeah, it's even a holiday here in Panama right now. It's not just Sundays.
Bro.
But we're working.
This is what you're talking about. I'm in a 5-star hotel with the fucking holiday makers.
And we hustle.
We hustling, bro. This is nothing to talk about.
That's all I want to do.
I don't want to do nothing else, bro. I can show you here the swimming pools and everything. I don't go near to it, bro. I'm all day in the fucking place. I live on the beach. I've not been on the beach for years because I'm just hustling, and I know I'm gonna get there soon. It's fucking got me to get there because I'm doing everything to get there, bro.
That's what's up, dude. I'm so happy about that. Yeah, man, and you're doing the right shit, dude, and I'm proud of you, and fuck yeah, bro. And you've always been straight with me. We've always had a straight thing. Like, I value my relationship with you, man. No doubt about it, and I don't want to see you anywhere other than fucking up as high as possible. Shit.
Man, thank you for that, but I really appreciate it. But I think the only way you can get there is if you really never give up. And you just never, you just every single day, whatever is in your mind, you just say, fuck it, I am going. Doesn't matter what is in my mind. My goals are my goals. My dreams are my dreams.
And I think of it in that law of polarity sense where it's like you will get back what you give. Your sacrifice will be your destiny. It really, really does work that way. As far as I can tell, and I have worked really hard to pay a lot of karmic debt, and I feel like I've done that. And
okay, so let's go. Where did you come from, Brandon? We just got there now, so you just paid a lot of karmic debt. So we're gonna get copy this, and we're gonna go from there. So where did you come from, Brandon? You get here to this conversation. One second. So where did you come, Brandon? I met you probably a year and a half ago on a meeting on GP Lives, on a Zoom call, and we've been both in a very long way. We come from where we are today. We are both coaches today. We changing people's lives. And how did you get here? Would you explain me, please? What road and how did you come in
too.
this side?
Yeah, I want to add to that too, that me and Viktor, we saw each other across the room, a Zoom room, panel of faces. You just start to pick up on the fact that someone has some old school wisdom. They've been around a few of the blocks that not many people have been around, and you start to really appreciate when you see that in another. It takes one to know one. When you become a very good person, now you really enter, into this community of other really good people. So that's really something important to consider, and when you survive the type of life that we have, and then you graduate, and then you see that kind of thing across the whole a room like that, is a very valuable connection, because a lot of people that have backgrounds like Viktor's and backgrounds like mine did not come out of it. So to answer your question, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I came right out of a demon. My mother is a demon, right? And I have all kinds of parallel Jim Morrison stories about the Native American connections that we have there, the Billy the Kid connections that we have there. Albuquerque, New Mexico was this really special culture that was held back, cowboy Indian culture. And we used to, the license plate for New Mexico says Land of Enchantment, but we used to have a joke, it was the land of entrapment, because we were so culturally different there. English was so different there that when you go to another place, you're like, never mind this, and these people take me back home. The culture was so extremely different, but hardcore, and it made very tough people. So I'm actually very proud of being from a demon and being from New Mexico, because both of those places make you strong. And now today, as a cultivator, I have learned that the reason we came to this simulated biological paradise is to get strong. And I love to work in the field of helping my brothers and sisters get strong. So it's just a wonderful life in this particular groove of the record. And I'm really happy to be in a place now where I have friends like Viktor from the other side of the globe, and we're on this grand mission, and we have a year behind us, and we've paid our karmic debts, and we feel as though we're on the super rise now to go help our brothers and sisters in glorious, strong ways, and be the rock that they need, and walk through the darkness with them to get to the light. And really, and it's really a nightly feeling that I hope everyone else can get to and share.
That is absolutely amazing what you were just saying, because what I'm cutting off of your conversation is you had to go through very, very hard and dark roads yourself to come here and help and serve others who they are this moment are in the very dark roads and very dark mindsets. And you and me are ready to go and dig in with them right now and hold their hands and take them and walk them all the way to the sunshine and to the lights. That is amazing. I believe, Brandon, we both are born. God is so good, and God is amazing. And that time when we had to go through that dark time, we did never understood why do we have to go through drugs, alcohol, guns, killings, hurting people, whatever it was. But now I understand, and we both understand, because now we see the light. We had to go through them pains, because if you don't hit the button, it's very hard to see the light. And you have to go through so much pain in your life so you can serve others why they have pain right now. And pain is teaching us to become absolutely a better version of ourselves. It makes us a stronger person, a stronger version. I'm so grateful to God for my journey. I'm so grateful for this moment I can speak to you and do this podcast.
Likewise, bro.
It will change millions of people's lives, and it will, I think, I believe we're born for this because we do it our true heart, right? And not a lot of people I would ever ask to be my businessman or business partner, or even talk about my businesses, because of them dark road and dark relationships I had to go through. I lost a lot of people and trust a lot of my life because I see its fakeness, what is the true. um how can I call it for you, is 99% of the people, they just want to be around you for a reason, right? And the only one of a person, or from a very, very little people who I still got around me, it's you, who I can trust you with my heart, with my life and everything. So it's amazing to have you, who we have the same goals to teaching and serving others, because everybody can live in a healthy life. Like you said in the beginning, you love where you are, you're grateful where you are. Look at yourself, look at your background, look at my background, 5-star hotels, beautiful cars. We both healthy body and a healthy mindset. And that's what we are teaching on others. That's why I become stoic, because stoicism have changed my daily habits. Now I have very early wake ups every single day. I will never break my character. And that's what he's teaching me, to just realize I had to have my habits. So my mindset is always right. When I was used to stay in bed for a long time, I had depression. I didn't know why I'm waking up. I did not have goals, Brandon. I didn't know what is my days going to be, why I'm waking up, what is the reason, what is the goals. Now my stoicism makes me, I have daily goals. I want to be 1% better every single day. I want to be 1% better to the people I speak to, just get, they help them to be better. So yes, stoicism have changed everything in my mindset, to be a better version of me, building a character who always want to serve himself, serve others, and serve people around the world. So everybody can be a better version. It is just a mindset. It is just a chip. What you have to change, throw the ego away, and just say, okay, this is my time right now to bring in the best person who God, you know, it's very, very hard. People understand. People think life is normal. To you and me speaking on live right here now, the chance is 1 to 4 billion. People doesn't even realize how big thing this is. How grateful we should be just to we can have this and serve others with this conversation.
Yeah, with air in your lungs. And I agree
Air
exactly.
in your lungs is
It,
your
it,
food or your drink. I'm even so grateful for my water. Everything is energy in life. So whatever energy you give into the water, that energy is going to change in your system. So
ooh,
now, before I'm drinking my water, I say, I love you. Thank you so
yeah,
much. You're going to give me
it
health.
works.
Thank you. So you're going to give me everything what my body needs.
Yeah, there's in my brief study of nature that I learned that that type of impression definitely holds in everything, right? You can treat a person badly and form an ill structure inside of them. You can do the same thing with plants and water, and it's likely water in all of us, in us and plants as well. It's probably the water that holds that. Uh,
That's so huge what you just
yeah,
said, because everything is a rule by the universe, right? Whatever you
yeah,
give, that's what you receive in. That's what you said on the beginning of our podcast. So what you give away to energy, that's what you receive in energy. That's why after a year and a half, we're still doing this podcast with love and with a beautiful smile on our faces, because we cannot wait to do that, right?
Yeah,
So
and
what?
because being in line with that purpose of just cleanly, no wanting money, no wanting nothing, just wanting to get your wings in heaven and legitimately help other people or nature, just being committed to that purpose is the best thing for you as an individual, right? You know, we know that every day we're waking up for this glorious purpose, and we are serving this higher idea, and it is all full of good and light. And how can we be wrong, right? You know, if we're practicing the Stoic principles, what we know, I mean, my favorite Stoic quote is Marcus Aurelius: just do what is right. Simple. And we all know what it is. We all know what it is. You know what I mean? It's just, and you know when you don't do it, and you know when you do the other thing. And but what's funny is how long it takes people to learn what you were just talking about, where we get back what we give. It's just like, yo, dude, are you really still telling lies? Are you kidding me? You know, you're just lying to yourself, right? You know, you're just stealing from yourself. You know, you're just costing yourself. You just, like, you know what I mean? It's like, catch up, bro. You know, but it takes a lot of people a really long time, myself included, to really learn that. And you just got to really be transparent with the other side and realize the angels can see everything you've done and did and what changes you made and didn't. So be true to you and to them, and forget everyone else, because it really, you know what I mean? Again, whatever tricks you think you're playing on somebody, you're really just playing them on yourself. So whatever goodness you're doing on someone, that's really the only way to do the real goodness to yourself. I hope people don't get too selfish about that. But
Everything is about selfishness, right? You should be selfish to yourself to be the best version of you. And what you just said, that is why 99% of the world is living in a depression mindset, because they always want to lie to others. They always gonna put a close up what they think when they're gonna go to see having a dinner with a friend. That clothes is gonna be told, oh, you wearing this expensive Gucci or an expensive watch is gonna change you as a personality. So they still living in the lies. And that's why when they go home, that Gucci t-shirt have to come off, that Rolex watch have to come off, and you watching yourself in the mirror, you're brushing your teeth, and you still think, who the fuck I am? I don't even like myself. I'm fat, I'm skinny, I just lied all night in that dinner so that people think I'm a great person. And that's how today's world, everybody really living. No, but that's why I become stoic, because if you stoic, you go home and you reflection on you, because life is you against you. Doesn't really matter what is that person who look at you, what they think. It is not going to change your life. Only going to change your mindset, right? So if you going to think about that person, what is going to change in my life? Nothing. But if you're going to think about that person, oh my God, that person, not 85%, not even think about you. Not, he doesn't give a shit about you, and he doesn't even give a fuck about who you are. But our ego is think about, oh, what is this guy gonna think if I don't wear that Gucci shirt today? What is this guy gonna think if I'm not gonna say like that or not gonna act like that? No, be authentic. Be who you are. Be someone who enjoying to wake up and say, oh, I'm grateful, God, so I can be here. I'm grateful to I can go out there and have purpose in my life. So my purpose is to get better every day. I don't look at my t-shirt. That's my brand, Stoic Life Inc., right? I don't wear Gucci no more. I don't wear my shirt. You see my shorts, Stoic Life Inc., because I'm proud to talk about stoicism, because stoicism have changed my mindset. Like you said, it is not easy to do not lie to yourself. It is not easy to don't think about other people, because in the year and a half ago when we started this thing, oh, I have to do the burpees that way because that 14 people on the call is watching me. When I start stoicism, I think nobody's watching you. It's your own brain and your own ego. Think about people is watching you. Who we are in this world, we are nobody.
Well, yeah, I think a good practice there is just to try to think about people in a positive light only, you know.
Absolutely. Love.
And
Just serving with love.
yeah, and a great line, like I tell a lot of my friends when they tell me some piece of gossip or something negative about a person, I just look at them and I say, you know, you'll never catch me wasting my breath saying something negative about someone, you know, or saying some drama story. Like, let's get to what builds and let's get to the positive light, because I think really our goal as far as following Bob Marley or being this oneness or whatever, all these different, we all know the truth, you know, as far as coming together, we really have to do that. And we have to realize that we've been set on a path where we're not doing that, but that's really the only thing to do. Nature really tells us that, you know, because it all works together, right? And but we've somehow opted out of this cooperative thought process, and we've been opting into this negative thought process, which doesn't hurt, which hurts us more than it hurts anyone else, and it doesn't help anyone else. It doesn't help anything, you know. So we have to stop that in its tracks for our friends if they can't do it themselves, for us, and then promote the idea of, well, how can we show a better example, or what's the 3 stages ahead of us, instead of thinking that we know it all right now. What's the 3 stages ahead of me? You know what I mean? What's the highest version of me? Like what you just said, you took the Gucci off and you started putting on your thing, and you're proud to talk about that. That level of authenticity is super rare, and I like really appreciate that, you know?
I appreciate what you just said, because it was 100% honest, right? We always want to be better. Who is our higher version for tomorrow? Who is that person who we really admire on the 1000% way, when who we really we want to become? And that is our purpose in life, to find that person, find that human. He thinks that way, he eats that way, he trains that way, he teach that way, he sleeps that way, he thinks that way, his habits are that way. So if we find our purpose in life is to build us every single day, to be the proudest version of ourselves, and people see that, that's how we can change other people's lives, right? That's what I believe. Our habits, and we don't have to say to people, oh, you don't do that, because I believe only God can judge me, or only God can judge anybody. You know, I'm not allowed to say that person is good or bad, because maybe for you that person is good or bad, but it's my side of seeing, or my ego side of seeing. We don't know that. So we just listen to other people and having a judging through conversation. That's why personally I had to cut even family members. I had to cut off a lot of people in my life because of negative thoughts, because of negative conversations, because they did not put me in a better version of me. So if I see them, they're not growing, and I see that I don't judge people, but I judge myself every single day. So if I don't feel better version of me, I have to cut you off of my life. Because if you, every time I see you after a year, are you still there on that mindset where you were a year ago, I cannot be around you because I'm going in the opposite directions.
That was a perfect way to say that. Yeah. If you are not progressing and you are in a stagnant place, that is right away enough to drop you. And you need the drop too. Like
you need to
I'm
drop
not,
yourself straight
yeah,
away, and you
I'm,
have to face you, because if not, you are going to live in a full depression mood. You're gonna see that people who comes from a dark road like Brandon, like Viktor, what they had to lose family members, what they had to lose fake loves, and look at where they are now. They were talking about one day they will become a coach, and now they are the best life coaches, fitness coaches, nutrition coaches out there, because they never stopped. They believed in themselves. They knew they grown up and born to do that. And you who's listening to do that, and 1 year later you're still there, you have to realize, where are you going to be in 1 year? So I'm asking my question this face to face to me in the mirror. So you had this day, how much are you proud of yourself, what you have done today? Because it's another 24-hour past, and tomorrow the sun will come up. Yes or yes. So is that sunshine going to make you a better version tomorrow? Or are you still going to talk about other people, how they get better, and how you still in the same situation? So I never want to be the same situation as today. Tomorrow, when I'm going to watch this podcast, I'm going to think, why did I just say that? I'm a much better version today. So that's where I'm going with this conversation with you, because I learned so much from you. I took so much from you without you even knowing about it. You teach me so much. In my mind, when I'm watching your stories, when I see where you come from and where you are today, I'm so proud of to be calling you as a friend. And from today on, thank you for that. He's a business partner, because we are going to the same direction. We're gonna hold our hands all the way long, and we're gonna help a lot of people with our pure love and energy, right?
No doubt. Yeah, no, and it's needed, and we are filling a valiant need. We need 1,000 more of us. And before I would say what I'm proud of myself for doing, and what I'm proud that I'm gonna do, I will say I really appreciate the giants whose shoulders I've been able to stand on that came before me, and to be able to see everything that works, and even the little flaws that legendary people like that don't have the same opportunity to stand on their own shoulders and look at the little, so we get to refine it, and it gets to be refined infinitely. The job's never over. And the secret to being full is to know that every moment of your day you apply to productively the highest mission that there is. And you just can't feel any better than that. And you can't feel low, and you can't be kicked off a pedestal. And I was bulletproof once before, and my child was then used to bring me the only little chink in my armor, right? And I watch other guys like 50 Cent, and they ran right through it where I got nailed down. And I'm so blessed that I get another chance to run right through it and stand on the shoulders of another great, you know what I mean? Because that all happened at the same time. And so this is just a constant thankfulness, because all of our challenges are opportunities to build strength. And now that we finally look at it that way, you know what I mean? All we can do is be filled with gratitude and stay applied all day, every day. And it's great, and I love it. And I run and swim and ride circles around everybody out here wherever I am. You know what I mean? And my only hope in that is it's a little bit to fry small jealous minds, no, but really to motivate people to do the same thing, and to see these other possibilities, which honestly, I think we're still in the infancy of study, even in the Stoic and the Samurai and the modern compilation to people dedicated personal developmentalists, right? Of right now, man, there's so many more directions and tools and learning and knowledge and practice that we can action that we can incorporate to become even higher and better. It's pretty bright looking down the tunnel. Once there's enough light into that tunnel, you know, so if that's all you got to know. If it's not enough light in your tunnel right now, get there. And then it just gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and you're never upset at all anymore.
What a big thing you said, because study is you have to learn till you die. And what you just said is brighter and brighter. I think I don't know anything, and I study all day, every day. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I don't know nothing. And like you said, every day you see a brighter day. That's why my character building is stoicism, just to learn every day to be a better version of you, how you see things, how you realize really of this conversation, or how much you really inside in your mind in this conversation. So how much, when is this conversation over, how much people we can serve with this. So it's so much way every day we can get better. Like in the beginning of the conversation, I want true people to me who say, Viktor, I think you lack on this truth of myself, and you can be a much better version of you if you do that way. Yeah. And that's the reason I want to be around only that people, because I know I lack on so many things. But the hard truth, right?
Hard, it's pure love. If it's a side, it's respectful, and in private, hard truth is pure love. And weak public things, yes man, and weak people that just say you're doing it right when you're not.
This is takes you in the wrong direction. So actually, that's what we've been talking about in the beginning. 99% of the people living in the depression mindset because of the yes man. That's why they wear in the Gucci top. So they spend the last $500 to buy the Gucci top. So when they go out for the dinner, they have to be the yes man. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. You think I wear the Gucci? Nobody gives a fuck about your Gucci. So you lie to yourselves. And that's where is the problem with it. That's why when I face that, and when you face you, and it's you against you, it's you gonna wake up in you, and you're gonna go to sleep in you. So when you're waking up in the morning and you're grateful and you feel good, your day gonna be good. But when you're waking up in the morning and you're moaning, oh, that happened yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna have to speak to that guy. People forget daily habits will change your life. So you reflect in your say, okay, what do I have to do today to finish my day, feel good in myself, and feel good when I get back home and reflect in my day, right? So then you're cutting off the depression, you're cutting off the negativity, you're cutting off to speaking to negative people, you're cutting up the negative situations, because you know by your rules, you're not allowed to go there. That's where it is become.
What we're doing also is so special in the world right now, because we really do need to group up into packs. You know, the small poor people, the slave class, we need to pack up into packs, you know, and we need to wrestle around and sharpen each other's claws and pass around information and work on bettering each other and being able to go out and make the kill and bring it back to the pack, you know what I mean? And in sustainable packs, right? I think there's a size limit to that, probably 12. I don't know, but just, you know, and then really enhance that pack. And then once that pack's super enhanced, then each one of those people go out and make your own pack, right? And I think through that kind of structural format in mind, as we proceed as making the world better, right, then that will be functional, you know. And then you have rites of passage involved inside of that pack to where it's like you've already been doing, you know. All the Stoic Life guys have to check in every single day with push-ups, and they do it. You have to do it. Everyone who's going to run with my pack has to be ready for whatever, whenever we're trying to have a high level pack here, right? So there's requirements and rites of passage that can be facilitated inside the pack that the rest of the world just doesn't seem to be able to get. However, you and I are both familiar with some guys who are able to have a 10,000 person pack and administer, but you know, at that point, is everybody doing their push-ups every day, right? So that's why I just like the platoon structure, you know what I mean, where each, you know, people can jump on and start to ante up and raise that level, and as it grows and builds, they can stay connected and interchange these new cutting edge tools that are working for everybody, you know. Like for me, I went out into nature and got some cutting edge tools, which is a perfect example of how dynamic and expansive personnel development can be in so many different ways. You know what I mean? There's just up here in Mexico, there's a tribe, and they run 100 miles every week as a rule to be in that tribe. And they eat, their way of eating is completely different. Their entire culture is completely different. In fact, they look at other cultures and they're like, even though we might look at them as primitive, they're looking at us as crazy. And we are crazy because look at what we eat. Look at the way we treat each other. Look at, you know what I mean? So anyway, I see so much dynamic potential and optimism in personal development. And I even see that without dedicated groups going after being their best and doing the best things in the world, we're really in a bad way, because the biggest influences on this planet truly seem to have negative ideas and captivate a majority of the population some weird programming way, you know, that's not free and that's not authentic and that's not true and is not good for them.
What you were just saying about that Mexican community, oh my God, that's again just teach me and again something. For you have to run a week 100 miles to be in a community and eat a different way, and they laughing about us. I'm not sure they laughing about us, but I'm sure they proud of themselves.
Yeah.
Because what you were saying, to build a community of 12 people and do the daily push-ups and the daily check-in and all that, right? But how many people I think we went through who's said, okay, I need to change. But what I learned, everybody's different, right? And I think it's only two ways you can live life, what I believe. It's a winner or a loser. I don't think it's another middle way, right? So I see people in lives of the weight. I value people, what they say is a thing, a lesson to that. But I only value people, what they do. So I'm more like people now, because I'm stoic, who doesn't talk too much, but I see every single day what the value is, what they do, right? So when you say about people have to do the daily push-ups, how many people I heard, I'm going to do daily this, daily that. What happened today?
Yeah.
So you do have to face a character, who you really are, you are. And and face you in reality. That's why you and me are a coach. And a lot of people want to be something, but if you're not correct to yourself, what you say in front of others, how can you be correct in front of others?
I think you're right. I mean, I think you're right. And I think you should keep your standards and continue to push people to that higher level, even though we know the statistics of people who actually do it versus people who actually don't. And I do think that what we are looking for, you and me, as far as pack members, is rare, and it should be, and it's very high standards, and it should be. And I think that in the scope of coaching, you can maintain a level below all of that, but you just know in your head, this isn't one of my actual pack members. This is somebody that the pack serves, and there needs to, and the lower ranks, you just kind of have to accept that they don't have that same level. But having the test phases and figuring out who people really are is super important. If we could just do that in all facets of society, you know what I mean? And you know, I tell people, say I'm crazy, but there's an MMPI2 personality test. Like, I'll issue that to people straight up. But anyway, like
that is amazing. That is huge. What you just said, because of the two personality thing, is just huge. What you said, because 99% of the people you're talking about, they not even realize they are the second. They just lie to themselves, right? So yeah, I want to do that every day.
Or even worse, they do realize it, but they think that they're pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. That, you know what I mean? And they continue in that modality where what you said, that's why I said what you said is right, because at the end of the day, once it's time to go to heaven, you either passed the test or you didn't, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you either passed the test or you didn't. And if you're
yes or no, brother, there's nothing else to explain.
And maybe if me and Victor issued you an MMPI2 test when you were 32 or whatever, and we showed you, hey, look, man, you're in the direction of not passing. You know what I mean? Here's what you got to do. Start working on yourself. Realize this shit. Turn it the fuck around before you cross. Maybe we just saved that soul. Maybe what Jesus was talking about fishers of men is true. Maybe when we think we're stepping up to that valiant plate of angelic nobility, we are. I mean, that's what I feel is right, you know, and it takes you to do it to really feel it. You know what I mean? So I would implore anyone who's watching this to do it then for 60 days and then come to me and tell me we're not right or we are or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you found, but you can't really say anything until you really answer up to the plate, you know? And I would hate to go on my life watching this and then not actually trying it for 60 days.
100% right, because the days of 60 days or 90 days or 30-day challenge, the most important what I see in this conversation is put yourself in a challenge, right? You are not happy. You have to say yourself, okay, I just want to kill myself. I'm getting drunk with fake people. I'm taking drugs because I'm running away from reality. Try the 30 days challenge when you don't touch alcohol and you do have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations or uncomfortable trainings, what Brandon and me and our crew does every single day, because we were exactly the same. It's you watching it today. I used to be a drug dealer. I am not proud who I was, but I'm proud who I am today. So I had to go through, like probably you watching it, you still selling drugs or you still smoking weed. I was smoking weed every day, all day, because I was running away from reality. Or you drinking a bottle of wine because you think you have to go out with that fake guy just to be fake is who you are really today to yourself, and feeling terrible when you go home and feeling a bad hangover and a headache next day, and you still don't find yourself, and you're hiding in a dark bedroom for 2 days because you're depressed. But if you try the 30-day challenge, 60-day challenge, 90-day challenge, what Brandon's team or my team offering you guys, try it. If you become a better version, if you become a healthy mindset, you will change your entire life. You will be a winner, and you can change other people's life because we serve you with our energy, our vibration. We be there holding your hand every single day on your challenge. That is a guarantee. We will never break character. We didn't break character for a year and a half.
And it's a guaranteed system. We did it and it worked, you know what I mean? And then once you've done it for a year, you'll help people too, right? You'll start to help people too once you get yourself right. And it's a winning system, and it's how we're supposed to be. You want to look for people who are 3 steps ahead of you, not that far. They don't have to be miles ahead of you. And if they've gotten to that point where they're offering to help other people, take advantage of that. It works. There's nothing smarter than investing in another party in your success that can give you those hard truths that nobody else wants to do because they got to deal with you every day too, right? Like, you know, your friends, they don't want to build a resentment between your friendship or whatever. So you employ somebody, guaranteed 100,000% system. You employ somebody who's been dedicated to their own personal development for long enough, got all the tricks, knows the ropes, to tell you the hard truths and tell you what you need to do, and really, you know, quite honestly, give you that mule kick, the hardest hard truth, offensive attack on your soul, mule kick, MMPI2 test, whatever, you know, exposure to what's really your issue. And a lot of people can probably tell in your life, but once you employ that scientist who's been focused on this obsessively to get himself out of hell. He probably, and he had the mentor, we had the mentor before, and then, you know, really latch onto that, really take that situation seriously, which you will once you make that investment, much more seriously than if you don't. And, so, you know, so this is all worked out, you know, and this really important train of goodness and supporting goodness and supporting local level goodness that builds and builds and builds one after another and does God's work and does God's mission. And then you have your place and you will just continue to gain rank in that. I can't think of a better idea for anyone, you know, and the need, I mean, this is where you really take on that gratitude and that acknowledgement that all challenges are opportunities to build strength, because right now we have an abundance of this challenge. There's so many fat people out there. There's so many fat millionaires out there. There's so many fat this and fat that and fat other thing, you know what I mean? Or, you know, there's so many people with so many issues right now. Whatever issue you can legitimately, authentically fix. And self-management is the biggest need, right? Just daily habit management is really the biggest need out there, besides clean diet and clean water. But people just don't even realize any one of those 3, honestly, and the importance of them. And so I love what this is. You know, I love being a part of this. I love spending all my day about this. And I never have a regret, and I never feel like I made a bad decision or a bad day call, or, you know what I mean? It's when I don't. Now that we've been here, we've been in the lighted tunnel for long enough, we really know what Voltaire was saying is true when he said all men are guilty of the good they don't do. You know, we really need you to step up and be the best you, and then help everyone else get through.
100%. You know, you went through a so long, beautiful thing about self-development, right? And you say there's so many fat people out there, so many fat millionaires. The reason is why, because what you just said, they don't focus on themselves, right?
Yeah.
They don't focus on nutrition, they don't focus on themselves, so they don't have daily habits. That's why we change our lives. When you talk about mentoring someone, I do believe everybody needs a mentor.
For sure.
Be
Many.
mentoring each other. That's why the friendship still keep going, because mentoring for someone who's telling me the hard truth to be a better version for me for tomorrow, that's a mentor. I do believe we all need mentors, because you have to speak to someone who's already there, who's already been there, where you want to go, what you want to reach to be. You become a better version of you, because in our brains, we just study, but we don't know what the best way. But another thing, you become the 5 person who you hang around all day. That's your mindset. That's your goals. What is that 5 people have around you all day?
Yeah.
In Instagram, or you going out with, or who you work with? There's a lot of people doesn't realize that 4 people are always negative. Oh, there's something wrong. Oh, they are not lying. Oh, they don't eat good food. So if you are with that 4 people, doesn't care about the food, doesn't care about other people, talking about other people, you become one of them.
You
So
do.
realize that you have to hang around with people like us, so we can teach you, we can serve you with our habits. Look at us. We are fit. We rap because every single day we work out 2 times a day,
Yeah.
7 days a week,
Keep that.
24/7, 365. We never find one day of an excuses why we don't. We find excuses why we have to every single day. And that's what we're teaching you guys. And that's what we're serving you guys with our workout, with our mindset, with our daily habit, what we eat, how we eat, how much water, why we eat salt, why we do things, what makes you a better version. And you will never have a bad mindset and never have depression. You will never even remember your old you about 30, 60, or 90 days program what we have. That's what you guys should try ASAP.
Well, and man, to be honest, I think that's really the next step for a lot of people that see this. And you know, to just, I think we've done our job as far as shedding some good bright light in a condensed delivery to people, and respectful of them, to not waste too much of your guys' time, but to really try to let you know exactly how wonderful this has been for our lives, and how wonderful we feel about continuing this light on, and how wonderful and how much of a need that there is to continue to do it. And the detail that Viktor is going over right now about get away from whoever you're with now, because they won't go with you to level up. It is just like that. And it's hard to learn that, but you always come back to people. You can always come back to people. And the one thing I want to add before we wrap this up is one thing that really helped me, and it helps me all the time, is to move geographically. Viktor can tell you, you know, I'm in 2 cities. You know, we lost our ability to roam a little bit as human beings, as developed beings, you know, as agriculturists or whatever, right? So when I start getting frustrated with something and there are problems that simply the solution to is to take yourself out of the problem. And, you know, if you're around friends that keep calling you and they've got bad habits, geographically move. I'm telling you, I've seen so many developed, advanced individuals give this advice and testify that this is what helped them. It's what helped me. And in hindsight, being 2020, I'm looking at a bunch of places that if I would have stayed, it would have been my demise. you know, and a lot of you watching this, if you stay physically where you are, physically, your ability to change is in a new environment. Einstein said that adaptability is the best measure of intelligence. And just take yourself and put yourself somewhere new, and put yourself with guys like us, and get them invested in your corner, and have a dedicated program of betterment through a channel that knows those ropes. So important, that has the results that you want. Don't take any advice from people who are outside of excellent health. That's not smart.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that is a message what we have to give away. That was amazing before we wrapped up. And one more thing to you guys from Brandon and me is drop whatever is your vice. If you want to be a best version of you, drop all your vices. Maybe your vice is just talk negative. Maybe your vice is drinking. Maybe your vice is you're not true to yourself. Whatever it is your vice.
Avoiding need to do and not doing it, procrastination is a vice, is a regret, like for sure.
And 1% better every single day. Guys, face one thing. You can go on Google, you can ask ChatGPT. I'm going to give you guys an information what you probably doesn't know. 99% of the people today's world are in their deathbed when they dying. They regret their own life because they never tried what they really wanted to do. They never went for their dreams because they never, ever stopped to do their things. Do not regret any days. 99% of the people today's world dying in the bed, less with $1,000 in the bank account. 99% of the people not even walking 5 miles a day today. Guys, whatever you need, just subscribe to us, follow us, find Brandon's fitness coaching, find stoicism, whatever value you get for you to be a better version of whatever it is. Serve yourself, Google it, whatever you can level up. Please do it today and dig into your life. Look into the mirror and ask yourself why I am depressed. What do I miss in my life? What I'm not truth to myself, and be true to you. When you feel bad, ask yourself, do I feel bad because I had too much? I feel bad because I spoke to that person in the wrong way. We all have emotions. Find out who you are in this life. Find a human you admire and bring it to the world. That's our job to do. That's my message to you guys. And I love you true to myself. I didn't even love myself before. That was my problem. I was fake because I was looking for fake love from other people to love me. They don't even care about us. Nobody cares about us. Only one, it's God. And you against you. So just trust God. Be grateful for your water, for your food, for your body, for your health, for everything you have. I'm grateful for this beautiful podcast with Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you so much for your time, Brandon. Thank you to you serve me again. You served you again. You serve God again. And that was God willing to do this. Everything what comes from this message was nothing we've been talking about before, guys. It's nothing in script. It is come from a higher power. Every single word what we told you guys. And we're gonna do this once a week because it was amazing. And then we just gonna serve us to be better. Next week is going to be better. I'm already looking forward for the next week one on Sunday. And
Me
just
too,
going
bro.
to click on us, follow us, whatever you need, just don't wait. And this is my message. Whatever is your message, I'll leave it in your hands, Brandon.
Yeah, no, I'm just also super appreciative to be here and cover these things and to share them is to bear them, right? And I just really truly do want to convey my gratitude for being able to find this information, find this tap in, plug in, groove of the record where I'm at now, and I'm not giving it up, you know. And I know that once you guys get far enough down the tunnel and you feel good enough, you will not trade it for any of that stupid cyclic stuff that we get stuck in, you know what I mean? And you know, I just really hope and pray that you get there.
Let's go. And the next podcast, guys, is going to be about mindset, how you can change your mindset. So we can't wait to talk to you guys about it. Thank you, Brandon. It was absolutely amazing. It was a fire again. I can't wait to the next one, bro.
Me too, man.
That was amazing, brother. That was absolutely fantastic, brother. That was
dude, that I was impressed with everything you said.
It's us. It's truly us, Brandon. Yeah. This is why I told you, you know, today I was working on something on my programs, and then you say, what are you doing today? And you put me, yes, it is the day to do the podcast. And look, look what happened. Look the higher power, look the energy, look the message. You know, I'm going to send this to the editors, and I'm going to do this YouTube once a week podcast with Brandon, and I'm going to tag you, Brandon Fitness. I'm going to brand and then maybe in the future we can get a guest. So we're going to be you and me, and once a week we can properly invite a guest, right? Yeah. So if you already have a person who you're proud of, or we find somebody online, and then we said, okay, guys, and that's we're gonna make you know what? Yeah. Let's make this signed on it right now. Like in Hungary, we don't need to sign the contract. It's when we say a word, that is our contract in Eastern Europe, right? So let's say we're gonna do it every Sunday. The next Sunday, like we said to these people, we're gonna do the mindset, you and me. And next week, 1 week, you can think about inviting a guest, and the next week I'm gonna invite a guest, and then always 3 people gonna be on the podcast from next week on. So the next week is only you and me again on mindset, and the week after, the second week. So we're gonna make structure. I'm gonna make a structure for the months of podcast, and then we're gonna do this podcast. We're gonna edit it. We're gonna YouTube it. We're gonna YouTube it on your channel. We're gonna make a channel about it. I'm gonna speak to the team because this is gonna go viral.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. I'll add clips too, and link wherever you put it. I'll add clips to one of these other channels. I'm doing like 5 channels right now, just experimenting, right? And
YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. So I'll be able to take clips from us and put them on one of those, and then put links to wherever you put the full episodes.
Exactly. That's what we need to do. All right. Who is your editor? Amit?
No, we don't have an editor. I don't have any money right now. I'm fucking coming like $7,000 out of pocket to refurbish.
Okay, so I'm gonna send it to Amit to do, because I'm working with Amit. So I'm gonna send it to Amit to do editing.
Yeah, I think he's a good dude, man, and I'm glad to hear you guys are good. And
he's running all my social media. Like I told you before, every day I have to be 1% better. It's to me. It's nothing about judging other people. I have to judge me, who I was that time. So that's it, really. It's just judging me, and that's how I'm thinking about it. So it's always be better, whoever it is. And he was doing everything great on my social media, but my ego wouldn't take his questions, and I had to be to face me, and that's it, really. So I'm gonna send all these things to him, and talk about it. How can we make it happen?
Right on, dude. Well,
so let's do it on the same time every Sundays, so we always know it's the same time. Next week is about mindset, and week after you're gonna invite one person. We're gonna ask. We're gonna need somebody who's gonna behind us for running, how to get one more in and all that. Oh, but this is Zoom. We can do it 3. Okay, we can do that. Right, easy. So the editor can put that in each side. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. So next week, mindset. I'm gonna make a structure on, and I'm gonna send it to you. So next week, please give me exactly what kind of documents you need for my LLC. I need to start working on that.
I'll text you when I get into that. I got to do another one myself. So let me talk.
When are you gonna do that? So we're gonna do it together.
Yeah, I will. That's what I'm saying. It'll be sometime this week, and I'll text you.
Perfect.
And let you know what we need. But I'm telling you right now, it'll be it's like
$300.
Yeah, it's like $340 something for the corporation, and then you'll have to have $500 to just put in your bank account, and then you'll have to have like $200 to give to the accountant to get named in your corporation and set up the bank account.
Okay, so by Thursday I got this money ready. So by next Thursday, I got this money until I'm ready.
Okay, I'll shoot for Thursday to be ready then too.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Brandon. That was amazing, man. I'm so grateful for this. That was fantastic.
Me too, bro.
I'm looking forward for the next one, brother. And let's get ready for next Saturday. And have an absolutely amazing day, brother.
You too, bro. Fuck yeah, we did it.
Let's go. Let's go.